On December 7th, I was supposed to race the California International Marathon, also known as CIM, in Sacramento. But a couple weeks ago, I decided to cancel those plans and instead focus exclusively on 5K and 10K distances over the next 12 months. In this video, I'll be breaking down exactly why I think this approach will make me a faster runner than marathon training ever could, and why you should probably consider doing the same. My name is Ramin, I'm obsessed with running, obsessed with training. Welcome to the Critical Speed. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Ramin, you're too scared of the marathon. That is partially true, because who isn't? Or that I'm missing out aerobic development because I'm not doing the marathon preparation. And honestly, it's possible. Maybe I'm being a little bit too narrow in my thinking here. But this is what got me thinking about this approach. If you think about the elite marathon runners, like let's say Eliud Kipchoge, he started as a 5K runner and he was actually a bronze medalist in 2004 Olympics. Or Sifan Hassan, she dominated track and now is racing marathon. The fact is, when you race 5Ks and 10Ks, you develop so much speed and neuromuscular power and efficiency, fast biomechanics, all of that, so that when you actually move up to the distances like to half marathon or marathon, you carry that speed. And then sustaining the marathon paces or half marathon paces further down the line becomes much easier. At some point, it's just about extending the base that you've already developed. And that is why I think developing speed first and then further down the line in your training age, working on extension, is the best way to approach marathon. All right guys, enough talking. Let's get a fast 5K, 10K session in, and then we'll come back to the science of 5K training versus marathon training. See you. Today's workout is 8 by 1K at 8K pace with short recoveries, around 60, 90 second standing recovery or walk recovery. This is excellent workout, especially if you're targeting 5K, 10K races. In my case, I have both of them back to back, only 2 days apart. So I'm super excited. And I'm also I'm not sure how that's gonna go. This is my first time doing back-to-back races like that, but you know, there's always first time for everything. Shoe selection for today, Boston 13, baby. I had two options actually. I could come with Puma Deviate Nitro Elite 3, which are my race shoes, or these guys, speed workout shoes. They're super stable, pretty firm. I like how responsive they are. And yeah, they're also super comfortable. I like them much more than Evo SLs actually, because Evo SL kind of felt like marshmallow a little bit at some point. But Boston 13s are firm, responsive, really good on the track as well, where you have curves and everything. My favorites for sure. These are the ultimate workhorse in my training.
That was rough. 5:30? What kind of pacing is that? We were supposed to go 5:45, and then I look at my watch, 5:32. That was right. 9 millimoles, dude, that was burning.
There's actually a lot of overlap between 5K training and marathon training. Are the basic principles similar? 100%. Are they the same? Not so much. Both events, they require high mileage, mostly easy, and a ton of threshold volume, so that's the foundation for both. But when it comes to race-specific preparation for 5K versus marathon, there's pretty significant difference between the two. And before we talk about those differences, I wanted to discuss the 4 pillars of aerobic performance. Number 1 is VO2 max, everybody knows this. Number 2 is lactate threshold. Specifically in relation to VO2 max, it's used in percentage points, like 80% of VO2 max, 85, sometimes 90%. This is something that is called fractional utilization of VO2 max. The third component is running economy, and the fourth one, the one that scientists are still actually debating, is called physiological resilience. It has a bunch of other names as well, like durability, stamina, fatigue resistance. There's a lot of names, and Scientists haven't even established the name part, let alone if it's an actual phenomena in our bodies. So 5K is going to be mostly focused on aspects of endurance performance that are relevant for 5K. VO2 max, lactate threshold, let's go fast. For marathon, it's going to be something else. It's going to be running economy or durability, physiological resilience. That one basically establishes by how much you deteriorate as the race progresses beyond 1.5 hours, 2 hours. It's a very critical component, but it's not really relevant for 5K. So the training for 5K and marathon, largely the same leading up to the last couple of months, but then the specific training at the end is very different. I believe that I'm at a stage of running where focusing on shorter distances is much more beneficial than doing a full-on marathon build. If you think about it, proper marathon preparation takes so many weeks, and we're talking about months. You need to build, you need to taper, race preparation, race itself, the recovery after the race. All of that takes so many weeks. In that amount of time, you can do 2 or 3 high quality 5K blocks or 10K blocks, get faster, race a lot, learn something new about your body, how your body responds to training, and how to race. Get some race calluses and have a lot of fun. So that is why I'm focusing on 5K and 10K races for the next 12 months. That being said, I still plan to race marathon sometime down the line, but that will be in the year 2026. Oh, and speaking of races, I have 2 races coming up. The 5K on track called Tracksmith Twilight 5000 that takes place on July 30th in Los Angeles. And just a couple days later, on August the 2nd, I have a 10K race on the road in Baldwin Park. So I know 2 days apart, it might sound a little bit wild, but I'm actually pretty excited to race both and find out what I'm capable of. Also, my team and I, we raced unsanctioned relay race on July 13th from downtown LA all the way to Santa Monica, and we actually ended up covering 17 miles in just over 1.5 hours, averaged 5:25, 5:30 pace, and we finished 4th overall. We'll be back for that race in the next year, and yeah, super excited to participate in that one once again. For now, stay wicked. Racing 5K and a 10K 2 days apart is blank. Why such a pause?
It sounds like a Siberian thing to do.